Hey guys, it's Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at my first ever mock review of the Inthert X-Wing fighter. Now this is a mock by, like I said, Inthert. I think I'm saying his name right. I could not be. Maybe he'll let me know. But this is the Red 2, which is Wedge Antilles X-Wing from the Battle of Yavin. This is obviously not the Wedge Antilles minifigure, but my Wedge figure is somewhere at home, not here with me at school, so can't have that for this review for you guys. So sorry about that, but it shouldn't affect things too much. If it does trigger you, I'll go ahead and put him off camera in the meantime. So this thing is just absolutely, I mean, I want to say perfect, because it has all the features you'd want out of an X-Wing. It looks almost spot on. Like for a Lego mock, this thing has all the right angles, all the right details and greebling and all that good stuff, and I think this guy just did an outstanding job. So this is actually the second version that he's made. The first version I do have. If you watched my Echo base mock, that's the version that I had in that. And I also had another one of the second version in the Scarif mock. However, it was broken in half because it was in the water. But I finally have a full second version of this mock, and I'm going to show you guys all the details, and hopefully you'll get as much out of it as I do, because I just love this thing. I want a whole fleet of these things. So I guess starting off, I'll show you guys the cockpit. So this thing is a little fragile towards the middle. Like, you can pick it up and it's not going to fall apart in your hands, but you got to know where to pick it up from. So it does have a cockpit, so you can see there's the seat, and a cool thing about the seat is you can actually pull it forward, or it's not the best connection, but you can take it off there, and there's kind of like a little storage compartment right behind the seat, so that's kind of cool. And also there's some controls towards the front, and there's actually the targeting computer right there in front of him as well, so that's pretty cool. Nice little attention to detail there. And a lot of people will probably complain that this is using a brick-built cockpit. Some people don't care for these. Some people would say, oh no, just use the newest cockpit that's on like the new X-Wing from The Force Awakens. But I'll say that thing, it's definitely a step in the right direction. It's better than that same cockpit they've been using since like the first Lego set, that first X-Wing. But the angles still aren't correct. It still isn't perfect, and for a model like this where you're really paying excruciating attention to detail, you needed the brick built cockpit to get the correct angles on it, and I think it looks fine. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't stick out, it doesn't look bad. If anything, I like this more because it does have the correct angles, and it fits the ship better. Like it doesn't I feel like that Lego cockpit would look so out of place on a very nice sleek looking model like this. So you can lift that up, and if you have your pilot, you can go ahead and seat him in there. There's a one stud attachment to put him in. I'm actually going to leave him out for now because I'm going to be moving this thing all around a lot, but you can do that. So let's get another side profile shot of this thing. Now, one really cool thing that he does with these models, or this one specifically, is that you can like pull panels off of it, and you can kind of see the quote-unquote cross sections of it. So you can do it up here in this front section. I'm not going to do on this front section in the review, just because I didn't like put all the details in it, and it wouldn't do this thing justice. Just some of the parts, like I didn't really care to order. I would have had to like place orders like outside of the 2 or 3 that I did for this. It wasn't worth it to me at the time to have all of those details for something that I wasn't going to open up very often. But I will link to his flickr, and you'll be able to see the pictures of the cross sections in there. But what I am able to show you on my model is the cross sections in the engines, and this is just so cool. Like, look at this. So this just comes right out, and you can see like he has engine detail. Like, look at that. How amazing is that? And it's like that on both sides. At the top, and it's like that for a reason. It's not the bottom, and it's not at the bottom for a very good reason. but like just the detail that he put into this thing, like it's absolutely amazing. Like that's so cool because if you wanted to have like a rebel base mock, like a Yavin 4 mock, and you just wanted to have it kind of sitting like this, and maybe you'd have this off to the side, you could have like a rebel technician working on this. And I mean, you don't need to do any special modifications to the mock, like it's already there for you to do that with. So I like when mocks kind of have a full range of possibilities, and this thing absolutely has that. So that's one thing that I really do appreciate about this. Alright, so sticking kind of with the theme of the cross sections, I think this is also pretty sweet too. So on all of the guns on the sides, you can peel off the side panels, and they will reveal some little details on the inside, like there's the pearl gold in there, and then the gear on the back, and it looks right. It looks like what the internals of the lasers on the sides would look like, and I think that's just so cool. The fact that this ship, like while it looks great on the outside, he was able to put in all of these internal features with the cross sections and not compromise the overall stability of the ship. I think that was probably crucial, and he absolutely nailed it. Moving over to the other side of the top, the other thing that I just love about this MOC is that you're able to fit a full-size Asteroid R2 unit in the top of it. So this is kind of how you do it. You got to peel off this like top section right here, and then you can just take the droid out, and a full droid can sit in there in the correct orientation. It doesn't have to sit sideways or anything like that. So you can just sit it in there. And then, of course, you could also, if you wanted, put like a BB unit or something like that in there, and just snap that back on there, and you're good to go. Like, I think it's just awesome, and it's cool because like a lot on the Lego model, they don't really have these like side parts pulled directly up to the sides of the droid, so you're left with a really big gap at the top. But this, like, the form is just perfect on it. Like, it looks as it should, like as a real life X-wing should, just with the way the Astro Droid fits in there. Like it just looks right. So that makes me really happy. And then moving along, just gonna give you guys a shot of the detail on the back. Very cool, nice greebles, and then there's some details on the top as well. So I mentioned it earlier. Let me show you guys why there's no cross section at the bottom. It's because this thing actually has fully functioning retractable landing gear. Look at that. So I had it sitting on the table with all the feet down, but I'm gonna go ahead and retract them back into the ship, and there you go. You got yourself X-wing in flight mode. I just think that's so awesome. Like, it's not like the Lego model where you'd have like the two like just static like legs that kind of jet out from the bottom, and then the functioning one on the front. But you have 3 feet that are able to fully hide themselves into the structure of the ship, and then when you want to have it parked, just let those things out, and you are good to go. So I'm really happy that it works that way, and I'm also really happy that you're able to fully hide all of these. And then you can just sit the model down like that. And then I saved this feature for last because I think this is just the coolest thing. Now, when I was building this, I wasn't aware that this MOC even had this feature. So while I was building it and it was kind of coming together, it hit me, and I was like, wait, is this what this is going to be doing? And I realized it, and yeah, it was, and it worked, and it blew my mind. And I think it might blow you guys' mind as well. So if you haven't figured it out already, this little round piece right here is actually functional. So if you take a look at the back, if you twist the round part on the top, yes, there is a mechanism to open and close the wings. And it is so sleek. It fits in with the ship perfectly. You would never even know it's there. That's how well it looks. You don't have those rubber bands on the back. And oh my god, like, I can't believe that he was able to put something like this in this MOC. Like, this just blew my mind. Like, the first time I was building the ship, I didn't even know this was going to be a feature, but when it all came together, I was just, it's just mind-blowing, and it's just perfect. Like, having the wings open like this, and then let's go ahead and retract the landing gear back together, back inside of the ship. And just that side profile, like it just looks perfect. It looks like an X-Wing should look. And I think that's my favorite thing about this MOC. So that's pretty much going to finish up this one, guys. I'm happy I was able to show this thing to you. This guy deserves all the attention in the world. If you don't know who he is or what he does, I'm going to link all of his information in the description. And make sure you guys go check him out because he does some really awesome things. So once again, guys, if you like what I do, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, support the channel, and I'll be back again very soon with some more reviews on some cool things that I've gotten and also some custom MOCs of my own. So thanks for watching, guys.